Hello, ladies and gentlemen. All eyes on me because Behemoth Blogmaster is no longer just a podcast. I'm gonna have visuals along with it. Which, now that I'm doing that, it kind of makes it harder to differentiate episodes from non-episodes. I guess the only thing separating the two is the titles, but on with the topic. Recently, my coworkers have been looking up street cams and putting it on the TV that's mounted on the wall in the main room. Why are they doing that? Beats me, but I wasn't aware they could just simply look up these sorts of cameras. I was like, how long has that been a thing? But I probably should have worded it differently. What I meant to say was, how long has it been a thing that anybody with the internet can just look it up? But they thought I was just saying how long a road camera has been a thing generally. And they were like, oh, it's been a thing for a long time. Like, there's people whose jobs it is to just watch these cameras all day, every day. But like I was saying earlier, for how long has just anybody been able to get access to these cameras? I thought it was only like the state troopers or whatever they're called. I mean, it is pretty handy having extra eyes on the road like that just to see if anything goes wrong, but I don't know. I mean, at first my coworkers were just looking up areas in our city, but then they started going other places, like all the way up north to Jackson, Wyoming. And I decided to look this place up myself, and I took a screenshot from 3 different angles. The first 2, you can see that same guy just walking. He's in one spot in one picture and then another spot in the other, but he's completely non-visible in the 3rd shot. So yeah, it looks like privacy is becoming a thing of the past, at least when you're out in public. But when you're out in public, you don't need privacy. That's what your own house is for. So my coworkers looking this crap up is what gave me the idea to make this episode. One thing leads to another, and that just equates to me thinking about the police force, so let's just do an episode about that. Now, I'm not gonna exactly just whine about the police the whole time, because it feels like everywhere I go, there's always gotta be some guy bitching his ass off about something like that. And I'm not saying some of them definitely haven't earned that hatred, but, you know, it's getting kinda old. But trust me, I am on the same boat as you guys, and this racism-ass crap needs to stop. And, you know, we'll get to the protests and crap later in the video. But one of my coworkers was actually watching an eviction, which is where you get kicked out of your house or wherever you're living for not paying the rent. Yeah, some woman had gotten visitors saying that she needs to get out, and she was like arguing and crap. Now, in the video they said she was down like some amount of money. I don't remember the number, but we did the math and that equates to 2 months of not paying your rent. And we looked it up, and you know what? It might even be different in other places of the world, or of the country at least. But we looked it up, and if you don't contact your landlord in about, I don't know, 5 days, then they'll start to get on your case. So yeah, this woman is kind of out of her nuts. The woman had gotten a visit from a police officer, and she was like, no, you cannot use force on this door, only the county sheriff can do that. And I'm like, all this crap that I will never understand in my life on how it works or why it works. I think it's safe to assume this woman is crazy, but again, I have no clue, because as far as I can tell, I've been living with my parents my whole life, and I'm already getting kind of old. This is one of the reasons I don't vote, because who the hell would I vote for? I don't get the difference. And yes, there is a difference between a police officer and a sheriff, besides just the outfit. Like, in my state, the sheriffs usually wear the tan and the police officers wear the blue. But basically, the officers are more within the cities. Sheriffs are more outside of the city, like the county, more rural places. Depending on where you call the police from, if it's in a bustling-ass metropolis or a western-ass farm, that will determine who comes to your house, probably. So basically, it's the type of land, and that's about it. In my lifetime, I've spoken to the police about 2 times, never actually called them, but I have encountered a few. It's possible that there might have been a 3rd time. I'll just go ahead and tell you what these stories are real quick. The first time it was a woman. It was on January 12th of 2016. My grandmother had kind of made a wrong turn to get into Sonic, and, you know, a car hit us. It busted up their car pretty bad. Ours just had a small-ass dent. It's actually kind of a miracle in our eyes. I mean, we feel bad for them, but, you know, it could have been worse for us. And then a police woman had come to the area, asked me some questions like where I live and, you know, what my name was and date of birth, you know, the basic crap. That was a woman. But this other time it was a man. Whenever I didn't know how to turn off our alarm, in our house, and he came to check on me. We spoke for a few minutes, and then he was like, okay, you have a good day. So yeah, none of my police encounters have been negative, and if you want to talk about that third instance, there was a police officer, or two in fact, that were at my work looking for somebody in the area, and they had asked me something, but I didn't hear them, and I was like, what? You know, my job coach had said that, oh, that door is unlocked if you need to go check on anything. So yeah, I haven't had any negative experiences with the police before, and I'm hoping it stays that way forever. Because I ain't breaking no laws here, so I don't see how anything bad would happen. The times I've spoken with the police, it's only been like maybe a few minutes max. But then my uncle told a story that he got pulled over once, which is normal. I mean, it's bound to happen to most of us. The officer asked him for his like ID or driver's license or whatever, I forgot what it was, but he had forgotten to get it renewed. So what does that mean? I'm not the guy to ask that, but this officer dude said that he was going to do the nice thing and just like get on his case for like 15 minutes, telling him what it means to be a responsible adult, and yeah, that's not nice to me, buddy. It's not like I have places to go, you know? I mean, to an extent, this dude is a little correct, because my uncle strikes me as not the most responsible person out there. I'm not trying to be mean, but, you know, he's kind of on the laid-back side, which I am too, so there's nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to that. Like, sometimes when his dad will ask him to do something on the land, he'll do it for a while, but then he'll just, like, go somewhere else and just, like, start smoking a cigarette and forget about it and just go home, you know? Again, I'm not trying to be mean. That sounds exactly like myself, but I'm just saying. He has 2 kids and 2 stepkids, so it's not like he's always lazy, but he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who would have kids. However, though, it was not this officer's place to tell him how to live his life. I'll tell you that right now. And even if it is, all it needed to take was like a minute, maybe 2 max, 15, get the damn out of here. Because that's the thing, they think they can do whatever they want, and they have that kind of mindset. But you gotta keep in mind, they are people too, they're flesh and blood, just like the rest of us. I mean, I'm hearing people all the time say, well, you can't call the police on the police because they're not gonna care or something. Like, chances are the police that you call is gonna know the other police, so if they're doing something bad, they're not gonna care. But, has anybody ever actually tried that crap? Has anybody ever actually tried it? I mean, I'm sure somebody has, but try it some more. You never know, it might make a difference. The police can get arrested, it's just harder, but that's not gonna stop me from trying. And the bad ones will get what's coming to them. Even if it's not on this earth, they will get what's coming to them. Because there's no way in hell you can just kill an African and not have it come bite you in the ass in one way or another. Even if it's not in this life, like, I'm sure you'll get punished in the afterlife. Unless of course you repent, but I digress. I'm not here to get all religious and crap. And I don't know how many blacks have died unfairly to the cops, but it's been enough. It's been enough. It shouldn't be happening at all, but if it happened just once, or hell, even twice, we would probably overlook it because, well, maybe it's just a bad series of events, but because it's a recurring thing, we're going ape crap. Like, really, this is not good. It has gotten to the point where people are vandalizing, screaming at the top of their lungs, you know, going absolutely nuts, which they should be, because this is inexcusable. My dad was like, well, you have people that are trying to change the world, and then you have people that are just vandalizing just for the sake of vandalizing, which is kind of what I was pissed off about in episode 51 of Behemoth Vlogmaster. What I was trying to say in that episode, if you have to vandalize the police station, or City Hall, or wherever the hell it is that everybody's gathering to do their chants and crap. What I was trying to say is, yeah, just get a couple thousand of you guys and start causing a ruckus. Don't go to like a Quick Trip or some old woman's house and vandalize crap, because it's not their fault. That's what I was trying to say in episode 51. That's what I'm against. I don't give a crap if you vandalize the hell out of that place. They know it's coming, and they know it's their fault too. But I'm just saying, don't just vandalize some random place. That's all I'm asking. That's my only request. I mean, it probably is best that you don't vandalize at all, but at this point I don't care. I don't know what your opinions are on vandalism when it comes to this, but we do need to step up and do our part. Because I do not like these thug-ass police any more than you guys do. And it is getting old as the freaking universe. When is this crap gonna stop? Maybe you can play some Grand Theft Auto 5 to blow off some steam with this crap, kill some police in that game and stuff, and, you know, cause some commotion in the video game. but not in real life, unless of course it's at the appropriate time and place. You know, it's actually kind of funny. I saw part of a video, not the whole thing, but part of a video where police officers were actually playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and I think they were just trying to follow the law in that game. You know, just not drive like a drunk, you know, do the right thing and just be a regular citizen. But everybody knows that Grand Theft Auto 5 is most fun when you're breaking the law. So naturally, they're probably going to end up doing what the criminals do. And they're probably even going to kill the police, which they are police officers. But yeah, I do believe I have said enough for this episode, so let me know what you guys think about the return of the Season 8 theme. I'm hoping it'll be a return to form. But that was this episode, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.